Bonjour, welcome back to Get By in French. We've recently looked at a poem by Jacques Prévert called Les Feuilles Mortes. So now we are looking at the lesson to extract the vocabulaire et grammaire clé of this poem. So the poem is written out as starts with the refrain or the chorus if it was the song, le refrain, and then it has two verses. So if we look at the first one now, let's have a read through and pick out some of the key vocabulary and grammar. C'est une chanson qui nous ressemble. Toi, tu m'aimais et je t'aimais. Nous vivions tous les deux ensemble. Toi que m'aimais, moi qui t'aimais. Mais la vie sépare ceux qui s'aiment, tout doucement sont faits de bruit, et la mer efface sur la sable les pas des amants désunis. If you were to listen to the song, la chanson chantée par Yves Montand, le chanteur et acteur français, it would be probably more difficult to pick out the les paroles, the lyrics of the song, but we've got the written version and we're reading it through. So we can quite easily illustrate the tenses used in this instance. So the first one then, looking at the vocabulaire and grammaire clé of Les Feuilles Mortes de Jacques Prévert, we have l'imparfait. So l'imparfait, if we recall where it's used, pour les habitudes, for habits, things that happened frequently, ongoing situations. Les souvenirs, well obviously this is a key element of this poem, our memories, and descriptif. So this could come under both of these, habits and memories come under also something that's descriptive. So how is it used in this first instance here, this first refrain? It is toi, tu m'aimais et je t'aimais, nous vivions tous. So you used to love me, I used to love you. We used to live together, les deux ensemble, the two of us together. And that's repeated in the next line, toi que m'aimais, moi qui t'aimais. So it's the idea of what used to happen, it was ongoing, it was habitude. Also it's descriptive, nous vivions tous, we used to live together, les deux ensemble. And the idea of what used to happen, descriptive as well. So that one is the imperfect, repeated through the poem. Now what about this, le présent? Why would you have the present in a song or a poem about a past love that's now lost? Well, here we have it used in the third line up from the bottom. Mais la vie sépare ceux qui s'aiment. Tout doucement sont faits du bruit. So, la vie sépare ceux qui s'aiment. Sépare et s'aime are both in the present tense. Life separates those who love each other. So this is used in the present here because it's la vérité universelle. It's les faits de la vie, facts of life, universal truth. So oui, c'est bien vrai que la vie sépare quelquefois ceux qui s'aiment. Quoi que ça soit, c'est parce que la vie est difficile, les amis, la famille, l'habitation, l'environnement, le travail, il y a tous les éléments dans la vie qui nous séparent. So there's lots of elements and things in life which might separate us. Family, friends, life, environment, work, l'argent, money, all those things can lead to a separation. So that is why the present's used there. Other elements in the poem to look out for, metaphor. So metaphor here, to start with, we've got les feuilles mortes. What is the metaphor of les feuilles mortes? Well, les feuilles mortes sont très colorées. The English translation maybe illustrates that as autumn leaves, a little bit more tout doucement, more gently, than les feuilles mortes is dead leaves, isn't it? But les feuilles mortes, autumn leaves, ce sont les feuilles de toutes les couleurs, orange, jaune, rose, pourpre, mauve, violet, marron, all these different colours. And then elles s'effacent et en fin de compte elles meurent, so they wipe away, these colours fade out and then they die. Donc ça c'est le métaphore, le symbole de l'amour perdu, l'amour qui s'éteint, so the love that is extinguished. So that is the symbol or the metaphor of Les Feuilles Mortes in the title itself. And then also we have in the last line of this first verse, we've got La mer efface sur la sable les pas des amants désunis. So the sea washes away, wipes away on the sand the footsteps of separated lovers, disunited, separated lovers. So la mer is another metaphor. Les Feuilles Mortes, la mer. In the first vers, we have le soleil. The next one is le soleil plus brûlant qu'aujourd'hui. So the sun was burning more brightly, plus passionné, plus brûlant qu'aujourd'hui, qui représente l'amour qui était passionné, qui était brûlant, mais maintenant c'est fini, c'est perdu. So the sun was burning more brightly in the past when they had their love than now. And then further on through that verse, le vent du nord les emporte dans la nuit froide de l'oubli. So now la nature devient un peu plus froide, un peu plus difficile comme mémoire. So nature, starting off with autumn leaves and the sea and the sun, is now the northerly wind and the cold night of forgetfulness. So the northerly wind, les emporte, is carrying the way. The sea effacé, so wiped away, washed away, and les emporte, the wind is now carrying away. Les feuilles mortes, qui represent here les souvenirs et les regrets. So the autumn leaves are as a whole representing memories and regrets, and they're being carried away by le vent du nord. You may have heard this emporte, emporter, plat à emporter, our takeaway meals. Also, autant qu'on emporte le vent is gone with the wind. So emporter, gone with, carried away, often used in a literary phrase for here, le vent du nord, or autant qu'on emporte le vent, as gone with the wind in the novel. And then a bit further on in this poem, we have some nice vocabulary, some synonyms. So tout doucement, sans faire de bruit. So very, very gently, without making a sound. They kind of mean the same things here, but by using synonyms, it mixes up and makes the language of the poem more interesting. And then, of course, we should point out one of the moods that is used in this poem, not a tense, but the mood of the subjunctive, subjonctif. So in our first verse, we have Ah, je voudrais tant que tu te souviennes. So I would like so much that you remember. So because it's an idea of wishing or desiring, vouloir que is followed by the subjunctive. I would really like that you remember. So because someone is wanting something to happen, the subjunctive is used to illustrate desire or want or need, necessity, also doubt or a command. So in all those different elements of language, and it's a verb plus que, a suitable verb like vouloir que. You will see it with falloir, il faut que, it's necessary that, and you'll see it with expressions like bien que, pour que, so that, bien que. Although, so expressions followed by que, but you need that que to then introduce a subjunctive. So here, tu te souviens is a subjunctive. And the other thing worth pointing out is the idiomatic use of se ramasse à l'appel. So les feuilles mortes se ramasse à l'appel. Gathering up. Ramasse is to collect or gather. Se ramasse is they're gathering up, they're collecting up, they're in abundance. Donc il y a tant de souvenirs, tant de regrets, tant de feuilles mortes. There's so many memories and regrets represented by the dead leaves of autumn on the shovel. So they're all gathering up. So it's idiomatic. It's a figurative use of something that literally would happen in autumn. All of these autumn leaves gathering up on the spade. So I hope that's given you some insight into how language is used in poetry. The use of the tenses, the imparfait, and here also the présent, to make it relevant and current to today. Also, the way the language is written. So in the first refrain, toi que m'aimer, moi qui t'aimais. Normally you would say, you used to love me, I used to love you. Tu m'aimais, je t'aimais. But here it's toi que. So it's the relative, the pronoun of toi and then moi qui t'aimais. So they're put before the verb for a literary impact, really. Okay, so I hope you enjoy the PDF, the grammar sheet to go with this poem, and some of that explanation will help you to understand how tenses and language are both used in poetry. À la prochaine!